Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I apologize about not uploading for a week. I got braces and then it was really hard for me to talk, my words weren't coming out very clearly. And then I had a lot of schoolwork, so I just haven't really had the time to really do it. I mean, I could have done it, but I was really busy. So yeah. And also, I had, personal stuff going on. So, yeah. But, yeah. But today I'm doing What If Naruto was, half senju, half uchiha. And, so yeah. Let's get into the recap. So, last part I covered, Naruto and Sasuke and Team 7 going on the Land of Waves arc. So, yeah, and finished that up, and now they're starting the tuning exams. Well, not necessarily starting it right now. They still have to do the, what's it called? What's it called? The 1 month training period. So, Naruto and Sasuke will train during this 1 month training period. Naruto will tell Sasuke about his Rinnegan abilities, and Sasuke will be kind of jealous, but will just shrug it off, saying that he'll get it stronger his own way. So yeah, during this 1 month training period, I'm gonna make an exception for Sasuke, and he'll get his Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm also gonna say that when Naruto unlocked the Rinnegan, since his Sharingan fully progressed to the final stage, which is a Rinnegan, he unlocked the Mangekyo. So when he went past that level, he unlocked everything past it. So he has the 3 Tomoe Mangekyo and Rinnegan. And I'm also going to say because of his senju blood, he does not have the side effects of the Sharingan, because he's like Hagoromo Tsutsuki, genetically. So yeah. But, after that, Naruto and, after the 1 month training period ends, Naruto, without the Rinnegan activated, is a high tuning, really low joning level fighter. And Sasuke is around that same level. They both have begun to work on their Susanoo, but not really too much since Sasuke can't really use the Mangekyo. Orochi, so yeah, they're gonna enter the tuning exams. Naruto and Sasuke will both absolutely easily pass the first exam, with nothing really major happening. Both of them finding unique ways to cheat. Yeah. Oh man. So Naruto's way was to, Naruto just used a shadow clone which he had created when they said they were doing a test secretly, and just had that one look around it. Sasuke, on the other hand, used his Sharingan and copied what the people were writing. So he, saw their hand movements, and he guessed which letter they were writing. So yeah. But I don't get why anyone used, because I think with the Byakugan, you can see writing through the person. So I don't know why Hinata didn't use that. I don't know why she didn't. Why she didn't use it. So yeah, but yeah, once they finish that exam, they go on to the second exam. This exam being the Force of Death. Naruto and Sasuke are both excited for this, since they know this will most likely be the most difficult thing. So yeah. Once they enter the forest, Naruto and Sasuke are eager to get out really quickly, so they sprint, practically dragging Sakura around, as she is far behind them in skill, behind them. And they find a random, I'm gonna say grass team, since I believe there was a grass team. Next is just gonna be a random Konoha team. And they'll beat up the Konoha team and take their scroll. So they have their scroll. There will be really nothing that, there'll be really nothing, the fight will be a total landslide, really nothing, like, no difficulty. There was no challenge to it. So yeah, for Naruto and Sasuke. So, they decide to head towards the tower since Naruto wants to eat ramen. So Sasuke says, why don't we just head to the tower right away instead of resting? Sakura begs them to rest, but they just tell her that she can make it, and then they'll have a whole, week to rest before the next phase of the exam. Sakura, hearing that, would much rather get proper rest than trying to rest in this forest. So yeah, as they head back, Orochimaru intercepts them. Orochimaru, being the really, kinda, I'm gonna say it, horny guy he is, when he sees Naruto and Sasuke activate their 3 Tomoe, he absolutely goes berserk. He is so excited since he has 2 study, people type things. And, he then begins to say, ooh, this will be interesting. Then both Naruto and Sasuke blitz at him at full speed. Orochimaru is surprised by the raw speed that he's getting possessed. And he is caught off guard by it. And he has to use more strength than he was expecting to use. So yeah, Naruto and Sasuke continue to fight him for a little bit, but they can't really keep up. And when they're being knocked around, Naruto tells Sasuke to grab Sakura and run, that he's gonna use the little thing. He's gonna use the thing. And Sasuke says no, but Naruto says that his won't cause the side effects that Sasuke's does. Sasuke nods. Naruto says he'll meet up with them later. Orochimaru says out loud, so you're a brave one, willing to die for your comrades. How pathetic. And that's when Naruto uses his Mangekyo Sharingan. Orochimaru, after seeing this, goes absolutely berserk, seeing as he already has the perfect test subject. But then he sees Naruto's eyes go purple, and he is shocked by this. Lines begin to appear on Naruto's eyes, with Tomos in the thing. It's like a Sharingan, but purple. Orochimaru knows what this is, from the legends. The Rinnegan. This can't be possible. He is panicking immediately, and he really doesn't know, what to do. He knows that the Rinnegan can probably destroy him. And then he sees a bright white glow go around Naruto. As rib cages start to form around Naruto. Then one arm, then another arm, their bones, then a head begins to manifest. And armor begins to apply on top of it. Naruto shows Orochimaru his Susanoo. And Naruto asks Orochimaru if he's an idiot now. Oh man, sorry, I'm really congested. And Orochimaru is shocked by this. He thinks that this dude has the Rinnegan and the Mangekyo. Such a perfect person to have for my quest, you could say. But yeah. Oh, I forgot some people. We're gonna switch over to Menma's point of view. So yeah, Menma during this exam is kind of struggling. I mean, he's doing okay. He passed the written exam barely. He got 2 questions right. But yeah, he stayed for the 10th question. And so yeah, during the forest of death, his team is trying to find another team, but they really can't. And so yeah, they're still looking for people right now. But yeah, now I'm gonna go back to Naruto's point of view, as Naruto then begins to look up at Orochimaru, and then immediately his Susanoo deactivates as he wanted to catch Orochimaru off guard. Then he blitzes him with his blade out at speeds to catch Orochimaru off guard, even though he's on pretty high guard. Like, he's expecting a tuning level fighter, not a joning level fighter. Like a low joning level fighter. He is shocked by Naruto's raw talent and just skill that he has in general. So yeah, but Naruto is able to land a clean punch to the gut on Orochimaru. And after he does this punch, he places a seal on him that's gonna restrict his chakra, like a tag. And after doing this, he then body flickers to Sasuke and Sakura, saying that he was able to get the tag on him, on Orochimaru. And Sasuke nods, saying they need to get back to the place immediately and alert the guards and the Hokage of the threat. Naruto nods, but kind of looks a bit upset hearing the word Hokage, remembering how it... Well, actually, no, never mind. So yeah, but yeah, after hearing the word Hokage, Naruto gets a bit upset since he doesn't really like the Hokage. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, so yeah. But, so yeah. Once they, arrive, though, back at the tower, they immediately alert the Anbu station there about some weird snaky guy that was way stronger than anyone that should be participating. And Anko, hearing this used during her investigation, can figure out that it's Orochimaru way earlier, and she alerts Minato. Minato, being much more urgent than Hiruzen was, since his son's still in the exam, rushes out saying that he's gonna go look for Orochimaru alone, since a big crowd would draw too much suspicion, and he leaves the Shadow Clone behind just to do his work. But, yeah. While all this was going on, everyone forgot, because of the panic that Orochimaru was attacking, that Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura had absolutely demolished the record, beating Gaara's time by 2 hours, we'll say. I'll say Gaara's team took 5 hours, and Naruto's team took 3. So yeah. I don't remember Gaara's in the exact time. So yeah. But yeah. After this, Gaara and his trio would arrive, shocked seeing Naruto and Sasuke sitting on the floor. Naruto eating his instant ramen. Gaara would immediately shoot his bloodlust at him, trying to establish dominance over them. But he's shocked when Naruto and Sasuke just look up at him and act like nothing's going on. Meanwhile, Kankuro and Tamari, and as well as the guards, are all absolutely terrified by this. And when Gaara tries shooting more out, Naruto just sends out more than Gaara does. Like, more of his bloodlust than Gaara does. And Gaara stops, and so does Naruto. Gaara then walks away, very mad that people are stronger than him. At least he thinks they are right now. Naruto and Sasuke are talking about the events that unfolded in the forest, and how it's very confidential information that no one should know about it. Naruto says that they probably shouldn't have told someone, since Naruto states that since Orochimaru saw Naruto's Rinnegan, he could tell the village about it. And what if he was just an obstacle in the village? Sasuke responded saying that wouldn't be possible. The village wouldn't put someone like that in. Naruto just shrugged it off. Not really wondering. Not really thinking too much of it. But Naruto is very worried about it. He doesn't want his secret to be found out. So yeah. I'm gonna do a time skip to the end of the forest period, and Naruto and Mema and his team coming in at the last day. Early last day. And Mema is shocked hearing that Naruto, Sasuke, and Team 7 broke the record by 4 hours. So yeah. But after that, they head on to the tournament. Since Mema's just shocked, he doesn't carry any hatred for him since he just doesn't really even care. He's just on a mission to prove that he's better and he shouldn't care about their achievements. But yeah. After this, the fights begin for the exam for the final part. Kabuto still drops out, but he was never actually able to stay with Naruto and Sasuke, but Orochimaru orders him out since he knew Kabuto. If they found out who Kabuto was, they could easily kill him. If both of them if Sasuke is even half as good as Naruto, they could both defeat Kabuto. Since we are forgetting, Kabuto Naruto kinda competed with Kabuto, so yeah. This Naruto is easily way better. He's already a bit stronger than Iruka. So yeah, that's not saying too much, since old Naruto may have been, he probably kinda, I don't know. Because Naruto beat up Mizuki, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't really know. Yeah, after this, after Kabuto drops out and, the matches are announced. It's Mema versus Naruto, and everyone else goes up against the same person. So yeah. I'm really only going to cover Mema versus Naruto because all the other fights are the exact same as canon. So yeah. But Naruto versus Mema. Naruto is extremely holding back and activates his 2 Tomoe Sharingan. Since this is an ability of his, he can activate his 3 Tomoe, 2 Tomoe, or 1 Tomoe on command. It's just some unique thing that he can do that has no strategical purpose. Simply just wants to hold back. Him and Mema get into a fight for a bit, but Naruto seems to have the upper hand by a little bit. This is until Mema starts using some of the Kiwi chakra, which then forces Naruto to try a bit harder. By a bit, I mean a bit harder. Actually, really harder. Mema can really only control a bit more than a bit less than a tail, so Naruto is kind of able to slap him in a way. But once Naruto gets his 3 Tomoe unlocked, basically, he pounds Mema into the ground, and yeah. Basically, it was, so yeah. But after that, all the other fights go the same, and the fights in the next round are the same. So yeah. But yeah. So after this, Naruto and Sasuke go off for the 1-month training period. Mema will train with Jiraiya and Tsunade, and will get very proficient and will get both their summonings as well as learning basic medical ninjutsu and her chakra enhancer punch. Even though it really doesn't matter, it still matters in a way for him to get stronger to compete with Naruto. So yeah. The reason Minato and Kushina don't remember Naruto's name is they just totally forgot about the baby. And yeah. But so yeah. Naruto and Sasuke both begin to, what was I gonna say? But Naruto and Sasuke are running to the final exam day, and after their 1 month of training, they were really focusing on Sasuke because Naruto wanted to help his brother catch up with him, so that way they could both be strong. And after a 1 month of training, Naruto and Sasuke are both very... sorry for the noise if you can hear it. My mom's walking around the stairs. So yeah, but after the 1 month training period, Sasuke is at Naruto's skill level before Naruto activates the Rinnegan. Because Naruto with the Rinnegan has so much speed, teleportation, what else was I gonna say? He can move around really well. And very unpredictable. And also he discovered the interdimensional thing, which Sasuke finds very annoying. So yeah, but Naruto and Sasuke run up to the exam and begin, and get there a bit late, but yeah, by time, For the first fight, Naruto versus Neji, Naruto slaps Neji since he has 3 Tomoe, and yeah, Neji gets slapped. All the Hyugas there are shocked, but yeah, no one else really is. Naruto tells Sasuke to watch out with Gaara, and Sasuke nods his head when Naruto gets up there because Gaara seems suspicious or sus. But yeah. After that, all the other fights happen and the same outcome comes out of it. And Sasuke goes up to fight Gaara. This first part of the fight goes very differently. Since Sasuke is so much stronger, he absolutely bodies Gaara until Gaara begins his transformation. But that's when Sasuke, instead of using a Chidori, just slams his blade into Gaara's shoulder. Sasuke missed Gaara's heart, not on purpose. Sasuke thought it would be better to kill Gaara right here, since Gaara seemed to be a threat to the Leaf Village. But when Gaara sees his own blood, he freaks out and the invasion begins. Naruto, immediately thinking, chases after Gaara with Sasuke. They are hot in pursuit until Kankuro tries to stop them, but Naruto just makes a clone and has the clone absolutely slam Kankuro. When they catch up with Gaara, Sasuke asks Naruto to let him fight, and Naruto says sure, that he'll leave his shadow clone and just go back to the village and hold off the attackers. And, yeah, as they begin to hold off the, as Naruto runs back to the village at extremely fast rates, using the body flicker, he then begins to protect the village without anyone seeing him. The Sand Village is hardly able to push anyone back because Naruto is there, and Sasuke slams Gaara pretty easily. And, yeah. But, yeah. After this, Naruto and Sasuke, both begin to meet up after the battle starts, and Orochimaru gets slain. He doesn't say anything about Naruto whatsoever because he's no snitch, and he also doesn't want the Leaf finding out because then they'll protect Naruto more. Naruto will be able to come to him for more power. So yeah, but after the attack happened, after the attack happens, it is then the Sasuke retrieval arc. But that's not gonna happen. Because, Sasuke is an ally of the Leaf. At least for now. It says sure. And Orochimaru tells him, Sasuke to come with him, and he'll give him power. Sasuke agrees and leaves Naruto a note, explaining they went with Orochimaru to get more power. So yeah, when Naruto wakes up in the morning, he sees the note. Naruto is very sad for what Sasuke said and vows to bring him back. He has a shadow clone go tell Kakashi, well not Kakashi since Kakashi's gone, Minato, and Naruto then heads out by himself. Minato then quickly assembles a team with Shikamaru, Neji. It's gonna be a much smaller team since, Menma, what's his name? Neji. So yeah, it'll be just those three since I'll say the others are all on missions. So yeah, since he had to make new teams for other missions, since I only want those three. I have specific reasons. So yeah, but yeah. Neji activates his Byakugan and says he should be able to see Naruto if Naruto hasn't gotten too far. But he's far from wrong. Naruto is very far along, but they go on a hunt for Sasuke, saying Naruto had left a trail to his position. So yeah, Orochimaru has given Sasuke the curse mark and has upgraded it to its final potential. And yeah. Naruto is chasing Sasuke down, going as quick as he can, with the Konoha recovery team coming after him. Minato trying to secure his 2 Uchiha assets. But yeah. But as Naruto is trying to chase down Sasuke, Kimimaro comes out of nowhere and kicks Naruto into a field, catching Naruto off guard. Neji, seeing their 2 signatures in a standoff, says, "Someone's here. It looks like Naruto's signature. He may be fighting someone." As they come into the clearing and see Naruto fighting Kimimaro, Naruto and Kimimaro seem fairly evenly matched, but that's because Naruto doesn't have his Rinnegan enabled. So yeah. But Naruto, seeing that there are people here now, throws his Rinnegan out of the table, basically. But then he realizes he could just use the Rinnegan, since he's making the decision in his mind. He's been thinking over and over again on how he thinks Itachi was ordered to kill the Uchiha clan, and how it is a very reliable, it can be very true, the fact that the Leaf and the Uchiha were not on good terms. Itachi loved the village more than he loved his own clan, and if Itachi did it by choice, why would Itachi do it by choice? He was a very kind-hearted person. He would never do such a thing by choice. Only if it was for the village. So yeah. And he remembers a lot of the time Itachi and Shisui talking about the village and the Uchiha's problems. So yeah. And Naruto feels like he doesn't want to be a part of Konoha anymore. It's not that he's going to go join Orochimaru or anything. He's just going to go and do his own little thing, and he'll protect the world, basically, from the shadows. So, yeah. But, yeah. Naruto then, after making that decision, he then begins to, activate his Rinnegan, and goes all out on Kimimaro, absolutely destroying him in seconds, slicing his head off. Naruto then blitzes away at full speed. As Sasuke senses Naruto and tells Orochimaru to drop him off at this valley, that he's gonna fight Naruto, and that they won't be able to outrun him. Naruto will just keep on chasing him. Neji and the others are having a very difficult time keeping up. As Shikamaru says that this is a dragon, they should just go home. Naruto can probably beat Sasuke easily. Memma, on the other hand, is saying no, that they need to see what Naruto is up to. Naruto could be with Sasuke. And this making it look like he isn't, so that way it looks like we can just go home. But, yeah. But, yeah, after, a bit of, running, Naruto ends up in the valley with the recovery team only like 10 minutes back. Naruto yells at Sasuke that he doesn't really care about bringing him back to the village, that he'll just beat him right now and then they'll go their separate ways. Sasuke nods, saying that he'll beat him. And this is when Naruto and Sasuke both leap at each other. Naruto then activates his Susanoo, doing something that he has been working on secretly, and basically activates a perfect Susanoo. Sasuke, with his curse mark activated, knows that he has a boost, so he's able to use it because he's had a boost, and that boosts his power. He's already able to use his fully armored and crossbow form. He just couldn't use a perfect one. So with the boost now, he can activate it, if that makes sense, from the curse mark. So he activates his second phase curse mark, and Naruto with his sword clashes with Sasuke's, as all the water splatters away, and there's a shock that goes flying. Memma, Neji, and Shikamaru are wondering what's going on. Naruto and Sasuke begin to go in a heated taijutsu battle that is faster than any of the recovery team can even keep up with. When the recovery team arrive, they're shocked to see how large scale the battle was. Neither the Madara or Hashirama statues were damaged, but you can just tell from how rocks are that it's been a very intense fight, and where the water is the way the water is, basically, there's stuff in it. Naruto and Sasuke are clashing blades at the moment, trying to get a hit on the other, with neither one of them being able to do it. And then Naruto channels lightning into its blade and begins to dive at Sasuke. Sasuke does the same, and their blades clash, breaking both of them. Naruto and Sasuke both get enraged by this, blaming each other, since those blades were ones that Shisui gave to him before he died. And they both begin to go all out, with no intentions of saving the other one. They lost all their humanity after that moment, going into blind rage. And the battle picks up, with Naruto using Almighty Push and his interdimensional travel to obliterate Sasuke. He's beating Sasuke to pulp. Then he begins to start realizing what he's doing, and after knocking out Sasuke, Orochimaru appears, saying that Sasuke needs a lot of work to get stronger. Naruto tells Orochimaru not to do anything sneaky with Sasuke, and if he does, he'll kill him. Orochimaru nods and says that he's just trying to help Sasuke because of mutual agreement, since him and Itachi don't get along well. Naruto says, "You know about my older brother?" And Orochimaru said, "Well, we worked together a bit on the Akatsuki." And Naruto says, Akatsuki, I guess I'll go check them out. Orochimaru says, "What about going back to the village? You know you'll get in big trouble if you leave Sasuke with me." But Naruto states that he's not going back to the village, he feels no need to. This is when Shikamaru sends things out for both Naruto, those like black lines, I forget what they're called, Shadow Possession Jutsu, out at Naruto and Orochimaru. Both of them dodge it immediately, and Neji tries to hit Naruto, as well as Memba, as they think they can take Naruto, but not Orochimaru. This is when Naruto then stops as they all jump towards him. Memba with a kunai and Neji about to hit him with a trigram technique or a Hyuga hit to plug up his chakras. Naruto then says, "Almighty push." Is then all the air around them begins to blow away and they get shot into the side of the ledge. Shikamaru is able to save him, and seeing as Naruto is way off of his level, he runs away. Orochimaru, being intrigued that Naruto is the Rinnegan, says, "Oh, you have the Rinnegan just like the leader of the Akatsuki. I wonder if the gene for it is getting popular." Naruto looks over and says, "I don't know. Why should I care?" Then he bounces away, going to go train and basically prepare to try and save the world, since that's what he's always wanted to do. So yeah, now we're going to do the 3-year time skip. During this 3-year time skip, Memba has trained with Jiraiya, learning Sage Mode, can control more of the Kyuubi, has started to befriend the Kyuubi, and the Kyuubi's chakra, and he's around a low Jonin level fighter. Meanwhile, Naruto and Sasuke both are high Kage level fighters. Naruto around Minato's level of strength. And during this time, Naruto has mastered Wood Release. Since I gave that to him, I didn't really have him use it at all because he felt like that was a bigger secret than the Rinnegan. Since he felt like the Rinnegan, oh well, I can protect my eye, but I don't want them using my DNA at all. And also, he wasn't really an expert at it, so he could use the Rinnegan better. And he also mastered his Mangekyo ability, which I'm gonna have be not a Madarasu or Tsukiyomi. It's gonna be an ability that I made up. It's basically gonna allow it's gonna allow the user to basically if they touch something with like both of their hands, it can't be a living object. It's gonna be kinda like what's his name? What is his name? Why can't I think of his name right now? Shigaraki's quirk from My Hero. Because his quirk is like the destroying thing, but Naruto can't use it on living things. But he can use it on like Susanos, all that stuff, but just not living things. That's going to be his Mangekyo ability. But it's very draining, so he doesn't really like it too much. So yeah. And he also got better at Genjutsu, Taijutsu, and he also got better at some sealing. He's around a mid-tuning at that, but he just wants to know a few things. He also knows, he also got better at, using his sword, and, expanded his jutsu range. Some jutsu Naruto learned, some notable jutsu that Naruto now has is Majestic Flame Destroyer, Fireball Jutsu, he has a lightning blade. He has a lightning blade type of thing where he has a blade covered in lightning. He has wind release wind. Yeah, he has wind. He can put wind to his blade, air bullet. What else? He has one that can like create a tornado, and like when you get sucked into it, you get all cut up. Oh wait, now I'm trying to blink to all this stuff. Phoenix Fire Jutsu. Oh my god, I know this is really bad. He has he can put fire onto his blade, and that's about it. So yeah, those are 8 jutsu that he has. So all of them are decently powerful. So yeah. But yeah. During this time, Mito has sent constant search parties out for both Naruto and Sasuke. But nothing really comes up. So yeah. The Kazekh Gaara is still going to get kidnapped by Deidara and Sasori, and Naruto, hearing this, immediately rushes to Sand. He hears this earlier than the Leaf Village does, so he's going to arrive much earlier than the Leaf. After investigating around the village, he's able to get Sasori and Deidara sent, basically, and just chase them down. Naruto catches up to Sasori and Deidara during the extraction process, where he proceeds to destroy the seal that they have mid-extraction process, and then grabs his blade and blitzes at Deidara. Deidara, shocked by Naruto's speed, tries to jump out of the way but loses one of his arms. Deidara screams out in pain as all the other Akatsuki members say, "Who's that?" As Naruto then turns around, looking with his Mangekyo Sharingan at the Itachi hologram. Itachi is happy to see that Naruto's progressed well, but sees that Sasuke is still with Orochimaru. And as Kisame says, "Itachi, that's your younger brother?" As Deidara begins to say, "I hate your whole family, Itachi. I'll kill all of them." As Naruto tells Deidara to shut up. That he was just here to figure out where the Akatsuki were, since he wants to fight all of them, since they seem strong. Sasori then launches at him in his puppet, but Naruto slashes it. He then drops down to the ground as Sasori and Deidara prepare to attack. Pain says that they will resume the sealing once Sasori and Deidara defeat him. Gaara is alive with all of his Kyuubi left since they canceled the sealing. So yeah, the Leaf is still trying to catch up, but with Naruto's fresher trail, they're able to find it a bit easier. But during this fight, Naruto is much more suited for this, since Deidara and Sasori don't really like working together, you could say. But yeah. Deidara and Sasori are constantly getting each other's way, as Naruto is very fluent, just slicing up. And when Sasori pulls out his 100 clone puppets, Naruto destroys them with ease. And when Sasori tries pulling out the Kazekage, Naruto activates his Rinnegan, and says, "Since you guys are going to be dying today, I might as well just show you this." And then he travels through a dimension and grabs Sasori's head. Sasori is shocked by this as his eyes turn. Deidara turns his head, seeing Naruto sticking out of what looks to be like a room full of lava. As then Naruto grabs a blade with his other hand that isn't holding Sasori's head and cuts Sasori's head straight off. Then he jumps out of the portal, using Sasori's body as a booster, jumps and stabs Deidara in the throat. Deidara is breathing his last breath as he then soon dies. Naruto in this timeline does not really does not care about. He doesn't really get affected by killing people. So yeah, since he's seen a lot of blood from the Uchiha massacre and stuff like that. Yeah. Then after that, Naruto says that was really a waste of time. Those guys were pathetically weak. Oh, man. Man. They didn't learn teamwork. So, yeah. The team that's chasing after them is Sakura, Menma, since they got combined on a team. And, Kakashi, Granny Chio, Guy, Neji, and, Rock Lee, as well as Tenten. As they all arrive outside, they see a figure standing over both of the Akatsuki's dead bodies. As soon after that, a portal opens up again next to them. This figure has an uchiha crest on their back with a short blade, which everyone can recognize as Naruto. Which Kakashi can recognize as Naruto, since he knows the blade that he uses, and also recognizes his hair, and also the way, the type of blade he uses, since there's no other Uchiha who uses that blade except for Sasuke, and Sasuke doesn't look like that. Sasuke has a bit lighter skin than Naruto. But yeah, it's not really visibly noticeable unless you really know them. As then Naruto turns and steps into the portal, looking over at Kakashi and everyone as he vanishes. Gaara then wakes up and begins to ask what happened, as everyone is still shocked by Naruto's portal technique. And they begin to, Gaara begins to say, "I'm alive." Sakura then runs over to Gaara, checking to make sure he's okay. She then says, "Oh my god, you're okay." But then she looks down at Gaara's stomach, and she says, "What's that?" His mama then runs over and says it's a seal. He says that guy must have sealed the one tail in Gaara. As Gaara says, "Sealed it." Oh. Or may have fixed your seal. Have you ever had that thing there before? As Gaara began to say no, he had never had that there before. So yeah, Mama says that the guy fixed it. Kakashi is shocked, seeing as his student just took out 2 S-rank ninjas with what looked like relative ease. So yeah. And also the eyes. Kakashi couldn't get out of his mind. Those purple eyes. It couldn't possibly be. It's not possible. It's just a legend. As Guy would then slap Kakashi on the back, saying that guy was pretty cool. As Kakashi would nod, saying that portal technique is really cool. Being able to travel through dimensions. But the fact that he killed 2 Akatsuki members, they need to get him in the bingo book and figure out who he is. So yeah. But yeah, after doing a bit of research, after investigating the scene, they can't find any leads to this guy. Not even nothing in the area. So they return to the Sand Village, and Gaara comes back as the Kazekage. And as well as Granny Chio also comes back alive somehow. But yeah. When everyone returns to Leaf Village and their mission report comes through, Mama begins to state that they saw a guy that he couldn't recognize the face of. Kakashi said it was Naruto. As everyone just turned at him, and Kakashi looked down. Kakashi said that Naruto was the one that killed the 2 Akatsuki members. He recognized the blade that he used. It was one of the blades that he really liked. It was one that his brother had given him, Itachi, before he killed the clan. He remembers Naruto showing it to him. He remembers the way the thing was wrapped and the color that the blade was. It was like an all-black blade, and he could tell that it was Naruto's because of the color and it couldn't have been Sasuke, since that one would have been all like that one would have had a gray like part on the tip of it, like where the blade is. Minto says that's Minto asked Kakashi how he knew, and Minto asked Kakashi if this was 100% for sure. Kakashi said yeah, since he also got a glimpse at his face, and it was his face. But the one thing that was off was that he had the Rinnegan. As everyone was shocked. Guy said, now that you think about it, his eyes were like a purplish. Kakashi said there was no mistaking it. It was the Rinnegan. He was opening and closing dimensions. Like he walked into a different dimension. And there was nothing you could really even see about it. So yeah, Minto is kind of shocked at this and immediately begins to tell them that he needs to go talk to some people, as he then runs out of his office and calls an emergency meeting with the elders. Everyone is shocked, including Menma, as he wasn't really expecting that. After the emergency meeting is called by Minto, he then begins to speak. I have urgent news regarding. I have urgent news. Do you guys remember when I abandoned that child? And Danzo nods after the Ninetales attack. Yes. Minto says that child ended up being Naruto Uchiha. You know, the one that was really skilled. Danzo nodded his head, saying, how could we have forgotten about him? He left the village, though. What's so important about him? Minto begins to state how Naruto single-handedly beat two Akatsuki members, Deidara and Sasori the Red Sand. The room falls silent as everyone is shocked. Those are two S-rank ninjas. Sasori the Red Sand was a pain for the Leaf during the Third Great Shinobi War, painfully killing all of his victims, leaving the sand drenched in blood. One of the Sand Village's most powerful assets, if not the most. And then Deidara was a kind of an oddball. The Leaf didn't have too much experience with him, but they knew he was strong. They then began to ask how did Naruto gain this strength? Mito said that since Naruto is a new uchiha, it must mean that Menma must have this ability as well. Danzo then slammed his hand on the table, saying that he doesn't care about what Menma has. It's about what Naruto has right now, because that's a sure. Mito said that he knows that he has 3 Tomoe and could possibly have them on Gekio, but he knows for sure from Kakashi that Naruto had the Rinnegan, and that he was opening portals to different dimensions to travel. Everyone is shocked at this. The Rinnegan, it's just a legend, Danzo says. Mito says if Kakashi saw it, I'm doubting it's just a legend. Danzo says, but that shouldn't be possible. Only the Sage of Success could wield it. And Mito is trying to think of something. And then he begins to say, wait, hold on. Wasn't there also something in that legend that the Sage of Six Paths was the father of both the Uchiha and the Senju? Could it be if you mix the Sage of Six Paths blood, you can get the Rinnegan? As all the elders think about this, they all agree that it is possible. But they don't really know. No, it's just a theory. But yeah. After and Minto begins to say they'll start working on Menma, but they'll start working to see if Menma can have it, since this could be a huge bonus for the Leaf if he does. But he doesn't have it. But if he doesn't have it, they'll begin search efforts with Naruto and try to reason with him to come back to the village. All the elders agree on this decision, and begin to go and go do their normal things, and Mito puts Naruto in the bingo book as an S rank ninja. Naruto saying that he's in the bingo book is kind of happy about it, and says he's shocked that he's in there. Naruto is talking to a person. This person is Sasuke. Sasuke had just killed Orochimaru prior, and the Leaf is just receiving news about it. Everyone is shocked. Sasuke Uchiha has killed Orochimaru. And some of the Leaf sources, and as Jiraiya goes in to investigate it, he's shocked to see that it's actually true. Orochimaru has been killed. Something that was probably thought to be impossible. How could a snake like Orochimaru die? After examining his body, Tsunade concludes he was sick, and Sasuke must have taken advantage of it. Jiraiya begins to say they need to look for Sasuke now. But then, Memma states, why would they look for Sasuke? Naruto's a stronger one. Jiraiya says Sasuke would lead them to Naruto. And Memma nodded. Back to Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto and Sasuke talk about their lives. Naruto says that he had a run-in with Itachi. Sasuke asks how. Naruto says it's not the way Sasuke thinks. Naruto was raiding in Akatsuki hideout, trying to find Itachi since he knows Itachi's involved in the group. And he saw Itachi, and he killed the two Akatsuki members, Deidara and Sasori. Sasuke said, oh, well, they probably weren't very entertaining. Naruto said no. But Naruto did say that Itachi was there, in the Akatsuki. He thinks that their goal is to capture all of the Biju, and use them for maybe world domination or something. But he does say that it doesn't seem like Itachi to work for world domination. It just isn't like him. But what does he know? And then then Sasuke begins to say, so how did you see Itachi? Naruto says Itachi was a hologram. He was somehow appearing on this weird thing's fingers. He doesn't really know how, but he'll keep looking for him, and if he finds out where Itachi is, he'll tell Sasuke. Sasuke nods, saying that they should probably split up, since it's very easy to track them if there's two of them. Naruto nods, saying that the Leaf was probably just notified of Orochimaru's death. Naruto and Sasuke then both fist bump and then jump away. And Sasuke jumps away as Naruto opens up a portal and walks in, and then walks out at his destination. His destination is the Cloud Village. Naruto wanted to arrive in the Cloud Village to look for something. He wanted to get a new blade. He wanted to try out a longer one, and he knew the Cloud Village had a lot of good katanas, basically. It was known for using a lot of katanas, so he wanted to try and see if he could find a good one they liked there. He used the jutsu to disguise himself and went in. After he bought a blade, he began to investigate around the Cloud Village, just walking around. The blade that he bought was just a standard blade, didn't really have anything weird with it, just was very high quality. And after he walked around for a bit, he saw a weird guy with 8 blades. He recognized this as a Jinchuriki, Killer Bee of the 8 Tails. As Naruto then walked up to Killer Bee with a hoodie on, Naruto then told Killer Bee to tell the Raikage that there's a group called the Akatsuki going after Jinchuriki, and he knows that the Cloud Village has the 2 tails, and that there was just a strike on the 1-tailed Jinchuriki, but that Naruto was there and he saw it. He knows what their goals are, that the Raikage should increase the 2 tails security, since they're all S-rank ninjas, 2 S-rank ninjas per team. Some of them are stronger than others. The leader has the Rinnegan. Some of the notable members are Itachi, Kisame, Kakazu, who fought the first Hokage, who else? Why am I forgetting, like, all the Akatsuki members? Kisame, come on, why can't I remember? Why can't I remember the Akatsuki members' names? I feel dumb right now. Kisame, leader, Kisame Itachi. There was Deidara and Sasori, as well as, none from your village. So you do have an advantage in that regard. He said, tell the Raikage this information immediately. I'm guessing it'll be important if you want to keep all your Jinchuriki. Then Naruto body flickers away. His killer bee is surprised by this, and he goes and tells A. A is shocked by how detailed this information is. And after receiving word that both of those people, Sasori and Deidara, have been killed, he decides to believe it and hauls the Two Tails in, saying that the Two Tails is under protection because there is supposedly a group going around trying to capture all the Biju. So yeah, then we're going to go back to Itachi's point of view. Itachi will be talking to Kisame. He says that he's going to fight his brothers soon, and tells Kisame that they're going to stay here until the fight comes. Meanwhile, Sasuke is forming Team Heavy, just like in canon, and Naruto finds out where Itachi is. Naruto then meets up with Sasuke as with Team Heavy, and Suigetsu tries to attack him, thinking that Naruto is an enemy. But Naruto blocks the attack, and Sasuke tells Suigetsu to stand down, that's his brother. Naruto says he found out where Itachi is, and they head there. This is going to be where I end off this What If. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like the video and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And, yeah. Once again, I apologize for not uploading for a week. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching, and peace.